case I wanted to discuss over here. I have observed this pattern in myself and my kids. So I have had a fear of speaking in front of people other than the family members. Of course, I am a very talkative person when I'm around the people I know. But if I have to go out and speak to someone else who I don't know and I have to request something, I didn't have that courage to do so. I have observed that automatically, I don't know how, but my child has picked up that even if I ask him to speak to the security guard on the intercom, he hesitates. If I ask him to talk to the delivery boy, he hesitates. So how do we break this pattern? I would like to know about it.
Okay, so you can do good amount of role play inside the house itself. Like, okay, now I'm a delivery boy and I have got this product for you or this parcel for you. How will you react? What will you say? So do this role play again and again and again and again, at least 10 times. Sometimes you become the delivery boy, sometimes you tell him to become a delivery boy. Okay, so good amount of role play will help here. Second, sometimes surrendering also works. Like, for example, if my daughter gets really, really demanding to play the music of her choice again and again and again. So, what I'll do is I'll play once, I'll play twice, and third time I cannot take it. Okay, but I don't want to scare her, I don't want to shout on her, I don't want to, control her. I will park the car somewhere in the sides because I know I can reach to a place or reach to a mall at least 10 minutes later. It's okay. I say, if I'm listening to this song again, I cannot drive, but you can listen to the song and I'm just going to sit idle, but then I cannot drive. And then reaching to the mall will be delayed. So now you have a choice. Okay, so when you take just 5 minutes pause also, when you try to show them that certain things can be convinced, but then certain things needs to be shown in a separate way to make them choice. So I give her a liberty. Now you listen to the music. Many times I have to do this with my daughter. Many times. Like once was my birthday, and I wanted to take her out for breakfast somewhere out. Okay. Now she was really excited to play with her kids at the same time. I mean, with her friends. Okay. And I said, but I want to spend time with you. I need you. You come with me for breakfast. So then she's like, okay, fine. Too much of confusion. 9-year-old. Okay, too much of confusion she is showing to me. So I said, okay, if you're not ready, I don't mind waiting. Okay, you decide and you let me know. And within 30 seconds, okay, fine, let's go. Now, this was inside the house. After sitting in the car, she still went ahead and she says, I am not sure if I want to go. I think I want to go swimming. I said, see, I have not taken the car in driving mode. It is still in parking mode. You tell me if you want to go swimming, you can go. I don't mind. We can go upstairs again and we can cancel the whole plan. And then she said yes. She takes this much pause, like she literally took this much pause, the way I did just now. Okay, fine, let's go. And then she had fun. So sometimes kids may not be so clear like we parent. They may not be so strong-headed. They may not be so future is clear to them, or they can see things. We know it better. I knew that my child will enjoy the breakfast, but she was not sure. So it is my responsibility to give her this amount of liberty, and it will hardly take 5 minutes maximum. I'm saying within 2 minutes also they can come up with an option, and then you'll be fine, because here we have to respect the individuality of the child instead of imposing ourselves on the child. Because if we impose on them, they will impose back 3 times.
I just want to talk about this comparison and judging others. So in our lives even, so we have stopped, or we are overcoming with this factor. But I don't know how with children happens. Like yesterday, my friend came and she told me that my daughter didn't come up because she wanted to study. So quickly the thought came in my mind that my son will not say ever that I'll not go for the study. I don't feel that comparison or that judging in my friends with in terms of mine. I'm sorted for that. But
Yeah.
I don't know for kids, we are not that much aware, or I don't know what happens.
I'll tell you, it is a social norm, or social image. The kids who study are good kids.
Yeah.
The kids who are playing are actually wasting their time. Okay. So if the child is going and learning coding is good, but the child is going and learning painting, not so great, not so mature, not so smart.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
So this is where the social stigma is there around anything and everything that we do. Suppose if somebody will see me in the temple, oh, you are a religious person.
Yeah.
Suppose if somebody will see me in a Western cloth going to a 5-star hotel, oh, you're a very modern person. So what will happen? I might start thinking what they are thinking about me.
Yeah, actually.
So people will always try to manipulate. When you are practicing spiritual parenting and spiritual living, after this, when I'll talk about it, these kind of social stigmas or other people's thought process doesn't enters into your vibration. You are able to protect yourself from getting into their vibration.
How do you want to look at your child as an achiever? Maybe you are, as you say, that we should be conscious in the present. So I'm just curious, like how would you imagine if you really want to accept that your child is an achiever,
Yes.
but not going to the future, but in the present moment, how would define that?
So I have put my daughter in hostel recently. It's just been a week now. Okay. So for me, the success the recently has been that she was willing to go inside and also making herself settle with strangers. For me, that is a success. I mean, nothing more I expect from her. So the point for me, the success would be the situations, the life can be very uncertain at any point of time. For in her case, the uncertainty, if she is able to handle, I'm happy. Like she is able to gel up with strangers, she is able to manage herself by herself, she is independently taking care of herself. Of course, there are people to look after, but still, if she is doing it happily, and I got the feedback also that she is very mature, and I was like, wow, she was never mature inside the house, but suddenly she is. So for me, in the current scenario, that is the success. Yes. Later on, growing up, for me, the success would be that she should not get carried away how other kids are reflecting their life or showing the life is. She should have her own understanding what life is, and she should be vocal about it. For me, that is success. If she can put her point across, if she can speak her mind, because I was not having that liberty and I was not so confident when I was of her age. If she can take decisions for herself, even if it is small, what she wants to eat, where she wants to go, how she wants to dress up. If she can take small decisions also by herself, and she's independent, for me, that is success.
Yeah, so this is the point I again wanted to ask something like, so what kind of effort from your end you do to make her independent or make these small kind of decisions? Maybe in our generation, we were introvert to some extent, maybe because of parental guidance, or maybe because of environment that we brought up. So but we do not want our children again to be like us, because their environment or the atmosphere around them will gradually change, which we cannot even expect how it could be.
Yes.
So and definitely we expect them to be extroverts, or maybe to some extent extroverts, and depending on the situation.
Okay.
So for that, how what kind of efforts we can give from our end, and like what kind of support or something that we can provide so
Okay.
that they can do this?
Okay. So I always strongly believe that we should not do parenting and guidance out of fear. ये नहीं करोगे तो आपको ये punishment मिलेगा. If you will not do this, you will be punished. So those kind of approach I never keep with my daughter. Okay. For me, the important part is that few things I have to take it as it is and accept it as it is. Like, for example, money will come to her. I should not be worried about that. How will she take care of herself? Will she become financially independent? Will she get a job? Will she run a business? I know that every human has that capacity to look after themselves and earn for themselves. For me, the nurturing has to be how deeper she is into it. Is she clear about what will be her source of income? Money will come for sure. I'm not worried about it at all. She will be looked after when it comes to, but is she having independency to know from where it will come? So more of why she should study in a hostel. First, I needed the answer to that particular part. Why she should be looking after herself independently. I should have the clarity on that part. If I'm not able to send her away from me for a certain few hours away, like she's not even like days away, just 5 hours away, she is away from me. So if I'm not able to make her independent, and if I'm not able to let her go from me for 5 hours away also, then how will I expect her to become independent and extrovert, like you said? I mean, I have to ask myself and question myself how much freedom I'm comfortable to give and what will be the result. Whether it will be good or bad, that is separate thing. What will be the result? Emotionally, can I manage my emotions around her? Or am I always going to show, oh, I miss her, I miss you, but then I want you to be emotionally strong? Now, this is very ironical, completely going against to what I wish for or I desire for. So I have to walk the talk in front of her. That is what my approach is.
Here I had one query, actually. When we decide to put our children in hostels, because that thought has come to my mind also. My son is 10 years old, and I feel that he will understand the importance of family and everything when he actually stays, because right now they don't value what they have. That's why I really feel that it is important. But then one thought comes into my mind that people generally think that the mothers or parents who put their kids to hostels are getting rid of their responsibilities. They want to go opt for the easy way out.
Yes.
So how do you deal with that criticism? Because I live in a joint family, so
Right.
it is very difficult for me to convince my in-laws, my parents. So
you cannot convince anybody for taking your decisions about your child, and you can convince. Nobody is in favor in my family, no. But then, when the things changed on the second day of her being in the hostel, and she's fine, everybody's like, oh, don't worry, she'll be fine. Everybody started supporting me and my husband. My husband was also very very much nervous about it. Of course, even I was very nervous about it. She's not even yet 9. She'll turn 9 in August. So she's in third grade. Okay. And now the thing is, because I have not seen how to land on moon, everybody will get nervous if I tell them I want to go and land on moon, because nobody has seen how it is done.
Right.
It has been there. Now I have lived in hostel.
Okay.
So I know how it is going to be. I know that people who send their child to a hostel are, first of all, they're very open-minded. Okay. They're risk takers. Second is that, they take the risk of practicing this emotional thing. And number 3, they understand the importance of raising a child by a village and not by just themselves, because a child's world cannot be just 2 people or just 5 people in the house. The child world has to be beyond.
But there's an inner turmoil in me, Sometimes I feel that my child will get disconnected and feel abandoned. So how do you deal with that feeling?
So you have to first pick and choose a right school for that, where you are sending. Now, the school where I'm sending, they are very, very good. They are very friendly. They are I have a direct WhatsApp number of the principal, class teacher, hostel teacher.
Okay.
Now, even though in Bombay, I knew where I was sending my child, the principal is not at all open for this idea. She would never give me her direct number. We won't even have the direct number of the class teacher per se. I have the number, but I don't contact them because, that feeling itself is enough that she is safe.
Right.
So you have to also pick and choose a right school, right hostel, where you feel that yes, they are very open, and parents and the child and the hostel, they all three play their role together. I mean, you have to write letters to them. Now I have to go and buy greeting cards to post her. So it is not that the child gets disconnected. It might appear that the child gets disconnected. Actually, it's the best thing that happens to the child and the parent both, because at this point of age, like we are in our late 30s, 40s, maybe. At this age, we are at the prime of our career.
Right.
And at this stage, when you focus on your career and you build your business, whatsoever it is easier for you to let your child come and take over it is faster. Which is the reason why many business owners, or like broad-minded parents who are actually in reality they are doing well, they send their child away to hostel. The Gurukul concept was like that.
Mhm.
Because in, like, whether we like it or not, if you see, the kids coming out of hostel are much smarter and they can handle anything in life.
True.
Anything.